We're seeing innovation around AI, automation, data and robotics converging.
I think it's going to be perhaps the biggest change in computing and user interface.
It's going to reshape how companies think.
And this is creating lots of exciting new possibilities.
I think it's a game changer.
Adopting Copilot into the organisation, we wanted users who would utilise and test the products because we want to really see the power of the platform and what benefit it can bring. First of all, we started off quite small. We kept it within technology just for us to understand the how, the why, and then we worked with Microsoft on use cases to then see really how we could then launch this with some of our user communities. This is quite a new, innovative product, and we wanted to make sure that with Microsoft we were doing the things the right way.
Does this have the possibility to do away with formulas? Because you'll just say, this is what I want it to do.
I thought it was going to be more difficult to deploy, but engagement with Microsoft from earlier stages, this indexing service that started running at the tenant level was seamless to me, and deployment to the users is also seamless. Literally, as soon as you assign a license to a user, within 24, 48 hours, the icons start appearing, your documents become indexed and readily available for use.
So we've got the Office 365 and the GitHub one, so the developers are doing that, which is very similar to email, where you're composing an email. It's a bit like a text message, what do you want to say next? And it's doing that with their lines of code. You can ask, what's hot in my inbox, for example, and it will pick out things it thinks are important. Within the Microsoft 365 Copilot, we've been finding the email generation tool really useful and interesting. So you put some prompts in, a rough outline of what you want to say in an email, and then it will generate responses for you. And the way that GitHub is working for the developers is kind of similar. I think they start to write a line of code and then it generates the response, kind of what the next input should be. And we're finding that's really efficient for our more senior developers who are more comfortable in choosing the next prompt, what the next action should be. Some of it is about people actually putting the time and effort into training the AI to give them efficiencies later, but you have to just put that bit of effort in the beginning. You can just ask questions to understand, and then if I want to jump to that, it will take me straight to that part of the document as well.
I see it as my virtual assistant now. It really helps me in my meetings, it helps me with my day job.
I use pretty much every morning the ability for Copilot to summarise my emails, so I don't need to now read an ops report which is 3 pages long. It will give me the summary of what's red, what's green and what's broken and who's on it.
What's next for us is to conclude our readiness assessment. We're going through a bit of an audit, a bit of fact-finding, just making sure that we can get comfort on data and oversharing, make sure that we are in a good place. One of my colleagues, he's actually dyslexic, and using this tooling has kind of really been a game changer for him because it speeded up his working life.
Throughout the course of the program, we realized the EAP program is actually more than just licenses. It's the engagement that we have with Microsoft that is helping us to take us through the pilot phase. We will be limiting it to 300 users, and after that we will be planning for organization-wide deployment of Copilot.
We're working quite hard now on our roadmap in the next 3 to 5 years. How can we actually use AI to move from the everyday to kind of game changing? But we need to obviously be able to use case and roadmap and just see where the industry is going, how we can use it more broadly. When people get comfortable with it, it will just become the new norm. So we just need to be thinking about what's next. How can we really start to leverage this to use our position as a bit of a challenger brand in order to just get out there and change the game.
What makes me happy is coming and seeing an organisation, a department, a group, which is functioning, seamlessly with no delays or impediments to day-to-day work, highly effective, highly efficient, minimal overhead, allowing people to really get on and deliver value-added stuff on a day-to-day basis and go home feeling like they've delivered. And I think at Virgin, that is definitely something that I've been able to do. With the application of efficiency tools like Copilot, it's something that I'm hoping we can do more of. That's got to be a benefit. More productive time we can give back to our people.
What it brings Copilot to us is being able to deliver our work and complete our work more efficiently.
I think the big game changer for us has been Teams. I'm happy to kind of feed in where we can see it going, what the next ideas and developments should be.
The hypothesis was that by applying Copilot across the estate, we could halve the time people spend on administrative activities. We are certainly seeing that.